What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. We're back with the NHL 2015 draft class here. We had it created, so I figured, you know what, let's do a couple videos on it because it takes like forever to make all the players. I gotta be honest with you. If you guys watched the previous video about us going through all the draft players in the draft, redrafting them in 2018, the biggest concern I have always doing these types of videos where you have to go and make like essentially a team of all certain players, or going back in history getting all the players from it, or you know, in this case making 30 players, is getting everything correct. I always drives me up the wall. It drives me up the wall making sure I get all of them right. And once again, I slipped up. That Timo Meier guy, pretty solid player, right? And when I write players down, I was just writing them all down on the list, and I do something to try to create the players automatic. You know, long story short, I wrote him down as a two-way defenseman, and he is not a defenseman. You guys weren't too happy about that, so I do apologize for it because, like I said, I try to do my best to make sure I get every single one of them, and it seriously, it drives me up the wall. You don't know how much it bothers me when I find out I missed something, because I know putting the shoe on the other foot, and if you know, I was watching a video and somebody messed up a Blue Jackets player, and it was like, oh, Weresnki, he's a center. I'd be so angry, you know? So it's like, I try not to make that happen to you guys when you're watching my videos. And it's like, oh my goodness, how do you miss how do you miss a guy that scored 20 goals last season, right? Like, it happens. I apologize for it, but it came up and it kind of rang a bell in my head, right? It's like, you know what? What if we did a video of every single player in that draft class being at the wrong position? In essence, playing the opposite position they actually play. Playing a position they don't actually play. What if they got drafted as a defenseman, Dylan Strome, for example, instead of as a forward, Gabriel Carlson, another example, plays defense. He's not going to be playing forward. What we did is we kept all the overalls the same, but we went and changed their players. So instead of being like Provorov, for example, he's elite. He's a grinder in a center now. We took him from defense, we put him on center. Now his overall rating did change a little bit, because as you know, if you go from defense to forward, your ratings do change. Like, you know, because your defensive and offensive awareness way a little bit different when you're on offense and defense. So you do see these guys' overalls change just a tad. Like Jack Eichel's went down a little bit. Who's somebody else you might recognize that went down? Kyle Connor. Yes, Kyle Connor was in a video, pal. I seen your comment. I seen it, buddy. You asked me if Kyle Connor was in a video. He didn't get drafted, unfortunately, which is surprising with that overall if he didn't get drafted. I don't think he got drafted. He wouldn't have asked if he didn't get drafted right in that last video. Austin Krause went down a little bit. Barzell's an 82. Marner's only an 81. Miko's an 82. You get the gist of it, right? Where's McDavid? I'll go to McDavid because he was the highest overall if I can find McDavid. I went the wrong direction. McDavid is not over there. McDavid is at the top somewhere because it's Connor McDavid. McDavid. 89 overall. So he went down to an 89. He didn't go too far down. He was already at 93. What we're going to do is, once again, we're going to jump into a draft. We're going to draft this team up. We're going to see where they get drafted. And then what we're going to do also, I think, is we're going to go and we'll throw these guys all on a team. Might have to throw them on two teams. There's 30 players, right? Might have to throw them on two teams. And then we're going to sim up a season and see how these guys do. Because, obviously, I can't let them get drafted and then sim up a season because there's so many guys, 70 overall, 60, 70, you know, that stuff, they're not going to get a play. So we're going to sim up a season with all these guys on a team where they do get a play, and we'll see how they perform. Alright, so if you guys didn't watch the last video, here's how the draft turned out right here. We ended up seeing Werenski, we seen eichel, and we see McDavid in that top three. We'll see if that changes much with these overall changes here entering the draft this time around. I do not need to see the retired players. We have a bunch of 17-year-old studs coming into the draft. We don't need to worry about them retired guys. Pro scouts are calling, oh, I know all about the studs, boys. It's alright, you don't have to show me. Let's do this. Let's get the draft rolling. First overall pick, Detroit Red Wings are gonna select. I'm not Detroit, sim pick. They're gonna select Connor McDavid, the defenseman. Connor McDavid, he's still going number one. You can't mess with McDavid. His overall isn't anywhere close to anybody else's. What do you expect? Jack Eichel's number two as a two-way defenseman. Eichel only seen that -3 on the overall going to defense. You gotta imagine, even with, you know, going from forward to defense, especially in an EA game, this kind of explains how it is a little bit flawed the attribute system is in EA, that you can just switch a forward to a defenseman with no problems, because the only thing that really gets affected being switched from defense to forward is defensive awareness. Everything else pretty much weighs the same besides, you know, offensive awareness. It's defensive awareness, offensive awareness, everything else has like the same weight, and it kind of explains a little bit of the problem there. Sim pick, Brock Besser. Third overall, Brock Besser. He went up in the boards. I'm pretty sure he slipped pretty far last time around, if I ain't mistaken. Arizona Coyotes are going to take Ivan Provorov, the centerman, an 83 overall Provorov. He didn't go down much, but you got to imagine, you know, when you're playing center, the defensive awareness helps them centers as well. They like a good two-way defense or two-way centerman. Provorov's going to give it to him minus the faceoff. So Werenski, the snizzer, fell all the way down to number 5. Number 6 is going to be Matthew Barzal, the defensive defenseman, the 82 overall defensive defenseman. Mikko Rantanen goes to number 7. We see Philadelphia take Noah Hanifin to forward. Once again, Hanifin at 8. That's about where he falls in every draft. Mitch Marner, 81 overall, the D-man. They can't resist. See, this is kind of what I was getting at as well. There's... Oh, it's the wrong guy, I think. I hope so. There isn't 2 Cheknikovs. That's the... There is a different one. I don't think. There's Rasmus Dahlin. So, once again, I'll bring it up. Brought it up before. These guys aren't in the 2015 draft class, but you can't stop a 17-year-old from being drafted in the game, so they got to be in the game. Sedina. So we're seeing this time, we're seeing a lot more of these 2018 guys come earlier than we did before, though, it looks like. Dylan Strome falling all the way down to number 12. But as I was kind of saying, you know, last video, because I know a lot of people were upset about the whole Meyer thing, understandably so, right, is whether he was playing forward or defense, like, he slid that far down, not because I had him at the wrong position, but because EA just gave him a low overall. For whatever reason, he never gave him much of an upgrade. He deserved one. Never really got one, so that's kind of why you seen him fall that far in the first place, because regardless, I mean, if he was a defenseman with that overall, because, you know, once you switch him back to forward, he was going to have a lower overall. The higher overall for defenseman, at that point, it meant more. Like, he would have been drafted higher. Say, if he was an 82 overall defenseman to a forward, the defenseman probably gets taken first. That's why we've seen Werenski drafted up there at 3rd overall before, because that overall up there matters a little bit. So, kind of weird to see it, you know, play out the way it did, but it did. It's alright. It's alright. It's not too bad. Merkley, that's the wrong Merkley. We knew that. Ryan Merkley. Did we get Nick Merkley drafted yet? Gabriel Carlson's going to the Washington Capitals. New York Rangers will be getting Juleson. Fix the name change. You'd be proud of me for that. I read the comments. I read the comments and then I cry a little bit because I'm like, how did I do that wrong? Fun fact of the day. You guys always give me crap for spelling stuff wrong and whatever else not. EA spelled, what's his name? They spelled it wrong though. They spelled a guy's name wrong, and he was a draft pick in 2015. I caught it, because I was like, wait a second, that's how EA spelled it. I had to check it a second time. Like, there's definitely a Y in that name. And EA got it wrong. There he is, right there. Gurionov. They have it with an I. Instead of a Y, they have an I. And it's actually with a Y. See that, EA? I'm not the only one that can't spell. Why? What are you doing? I want to sim pick, not make it. Yeah, there we go. No! This is my first day. I've never done this before. I think it's my controller. That's what I blame it on anytime I lose. Oh my goodness. Quit doing that. There was Meyer though. Somebody finally got Meyer. I felt like I was just sim pick. Sim pick. Yeah. See, we're good at this. We're good at it. We're finished. Round 1 now is ugly. I'm going to go ahead and sim up the second round because I want to go ahead and let you guys see where everybody fell in the first place. The guys that didn't get drafted in the first round, I'd assume they get drafted in the second round. If they didn't, well, that's quite unfortunate. So here we are. McDavid went 1, Eichel 2, Besser 3, Provorov 4, weresnki went... Oh, God. Ugh. Weresnki on the Leafs. I was just sick a little bit. Barzal in Colorado, Rantanen in Florida, Hanifin in Philly, Juleson, Carlson. We've seen Konechny go to the Rangers. Boston didn't get a lot of picks. They couldn't mess them picks up. They didn't have them, I guess, right? Nick Merkley, 30th overall. Even with that overall change, that's about where he falls. Meyer, once again, though, we bring it up. He fell all the way down to 29th. We actually switched him. We didn't switch him. We kept him at defense because it was wrong in the first video, so we might as well kept it wrong, right? Shout out to Meyer for, you know, great video idea by screwing up. Second round. How's the second round? Nick Smith. Woo. There ain't a lot of guys here. Sutter. Is that not Ryan Suter? I doubt it. Kyle Connor. There's Kyle Connor. Some people are asking about Kyle Connor. 21st overall. In the second round, he slid pretty far. Missing anybody else? I feel like there's a lot of guys that we are still missing. Let's go sim up one more round, just for a good time. Make sure we ain't missing anybody else. Sim options, sim up next round. Yeah, that button right there. Go to the draft summary. Go check out third round. Third round's going to be looking real nice. I can already see it. Real nice looking third round. Gordon Ramsay with a K. Matt Gravel, Humphrey. Oh, baby Humphreys. That's it's the Kardashian boyfriend from like 6 boyfriends ago, right? Basketball player Johnson. I don't see anybody else. They must have fell. I feel like everybody. Oh, there's Eriks. That's not Eriksson Ek. He must have got taken earlier. Fourth round, we've seen a bunch of Finnish guys get selected, so I guess we're not going to see any more of these guys. We might, though. Now that I think about it, we should probably keep going because a lot of these guys went down to like a 63, 62 overall, so maybe that's probably part of it as well. So sum up the entire draft. Can I view the results, please? Thank you. That'd be appreciated. By round, First round, second round, we're on the 5th round, and we see Noel Fletcher. A lot of these guys looking not familiar at all. So nobody in the 5th round. 6th round, we see Miley, Quint Hillis, not Peyton Hillis, not anybody. Oh man, who's Ettinger? Taking him. Oh, we got Matt Hardy. Go Vegas. They're trying to go. They know what's good. Who took Jeff? I don't see anybody taking Jeff. That's alright, though. Jeff wanted to go undrafted. Alright, so nobody... I swear we had to miss guys. See, the problem is I can't really check who we missed, unfortunately, because they're in 8th round. Alright, so I went ahead, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I was going to go out there, I was going to put all these players on teams. Then I realized how super flawed it was. I actually put them all on teams still, but it's just... It's not going to have an accurate representation, unfortunately, because the only way I could get all these players, like with their overalls, all in the same teams, if I took them, all the good players off their teams. Because, obviously, if I had 70 overall players, EA is just going to bench them. If I can't control the team, EA is just going to bench all these 70 overalls, and we can't really see how they actually perform. So, unfortunately, I think we're just going to go without doing that part, because I just don't want this to be looked at as, like, some sort of joke of a video. It's like, what was the point of that, right? And that's kind of how I feel about it. If we go out there and do this with all these teams, like, I wanted to do it, I wanted to make it work, but it just feels like it's not going to work. Like, I'll show you, like, Team Canada, you know, I put guys on Team Canada, but when you got stacked players on Team Canada, and I put guys on Great Britain, and, you know, you look at Great Britain, and obviously how terrible their team is. Werenski's on the first line with 69 overalls and 50s, and whatever else not, because it's Great Britain, and the defense is, you know, also guys I threw on there, Pavel Zacha, Konechny, and so forth. I just feel like you still can't get that accurate representation because they're not playing with NHL players. I want to see how they do in the NHL, and obviously I can't do that. If you guys have an idea on what we could do possibly to make this work, let me know down below or something. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's another video you guys want to see like this one, please do let me know. As always though, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.